The whole time I thought it was like an EG or EJ1, but it's an EJ8. It sounds like it skipped timing. This car is so stock, it might be a little heavy for me to push it by myself. This car is not as heavy as I thought. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an EJ8 on the driveway for an engine replacement. This car belongs to my buddy's coworker, and he was telling me that when he was commuting this car between work and home, the car was producing such a weird smell that it had him pull over, only to realize then that the temperature on the cluster was reading red hot. But once he turned off the car, it didn't turn back on. So he had it towed home and hasn't addressed it since. And now that the car is here on my driveway, I did go and try to turn on the car earlier this morning, and all it did was make a high winding cranking noise. That is a clear indication of the engine not having compression. Though I am still curious about the high temperature on the cooling system, but we're not going to dive into any of those because the owner actually brought me another long block that was rebuilt. So nothing too crazy in today's video, guys. We're really just popping out the stock Y8 out of the car, using everything that's currently in here on the new long block, which he bought from Facebook Marketplace. And he said that the guy seems to be very honest and said that this Y8 is a rebuilt engine. Now, based off some observations, the inside of the intake port is really clean, and the valves don't have any carbon buildup on it whatsoever. He said this thing has super low mileage since the rebuild, and everything had been ran through, bearings and all. I will say that the head looks like it has been cleaned. The gasket is a Felpro. You can see it's blue right there. And then the block itself, you can see RTV on the oil pump, RTV on the oil pan. It does have RTV on the water pump. I don't know if this has been swapped out or not, but we do have a water pump timing belt and tensioner on the way. Rear main seal has been swapped out as well too, so we don't have to touch that. And again, mystery engine. We don't truly know if it's rebuilt. What I am going to do is, once I pull the original engine out of the car, I am going to swap trans, clutch, brand new clutch on top of that, flywheel and everything over, starter, transmission, and we're going to do a compression test to see where it lands and if it's good and worthy enough to go back into the car. Again, guys, super simple video. I'm just going to go ahead and get right to work, throw you guys up on the laps, yank this engine out, pressure wash the engine bay, and just wait for the new parts to show up so we can start swapping everything over to get this new long block back into the car. Let's get to work. fact that this thing is stock took a little bit longer because of all the factory stuff that's in the way. But the engine's out. Yeah. Grimy. God damn. That thing cleaned up really good. Sheesh. All right, guys, so the homie Vito pulled up and he dropped off all of the coolant. We have the oil filter, water pump, timing belt, the oil for the engine, intake manifold gasket was the biggest thing that I need. And I just finished pressure washing the entire engine bay as well as the hood. It looks freaking brand new. This car is super duper clean. He told me that the coolant somehow burst wherever it came from, which left all of the residuals all over the place. And thank goodness it wasn't like stained. So if you guys look, looks freaking brand new. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and start taking apart this single cam and salvage everything we need from it for the new long block. So back in the laps you guys go. Man, all these parts are crusty, dirty, oil stains everywhere. Transmission, my goodness. Oh my goodness. But let's clean it. Now, mind you guys, this swap is taking a little longer than it usually takes me because I'm spending a lot of time cleaning everything. It's one of those situations like, if you're already there, you may as well. And me standing here looking at this, I'm glad I did because it looks so freaking good. All the parts we just cleaned looks freaking awesome. And the long block itself was already clean, so I don't want to put like old crusty stuff on there. So I'm taking the time to clean everything, and I did the harness as well too. I literally scrubbed it and pressure washed it, letting that dry in the sun. And the last thing we need to do is the transmission. This thing, oh my god, this thing is freaking grimy. The transmission is supposed to be silver, guys, not black. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up, and then I'm just gonna go right to it. I'm gonna swap the flywheel, the new clutch right there on the floor, and just start reversing the entire process. Guys, this thing cleaned up really good. Oven cleaner for the win. Look at these bolts. They're like gold. Under all that freaking gunk of oil, these are all gold. Now I do suspect that somebody had gotten to this motor before, because transmission bolts were stupid tight, and a lot of stuff seemed to have been moved and unclipped before me. So I don't know who's dove into this engine before, but I mean, dude, these look freaking clean. But yeah, transmission all done, guys, and we're just gonna get right to reinstalling everything. I'm still at about 100 psi on cylinder number 1. The engine is cold, obviously. No intake manifold, no exhaust manifold. I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. 126, number 2. Huh. Oh, hell no. 68? Man, marketplace mystery. $118. The inconsistency with this engine. We have 100, 126, 68, I think, and then 118. Not good. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to take off the timing chain. I'm going to take off the timing. I'm going to take off all the timing components here. I'm going to put all the new stuff in it, and then I'm going to do a valve lash, and then I'm going to check the compression one more time. All right, guys, so I was gonna knock this entire thing out, but I took off the cover to do the water pump tensioner and the belt, but it looks like somebody already swapped all of this. Like, these are all like brand new. The tensioner is definitely not OEM. It says GMB right there, GMB right there, and it does have an aftermarket belt, which probably has been swapped out as well too, because you typically do all of this together, right? Whoever rebuilt this entire engine definitely went through it top to bottom. I've shown you guys all the other stuff that was like touched before, and I wouldn't doubt that they change all of this out. So I talked to the owner, and he said that if this looks new already, then we'll just leave it alone, and he'll just exchange all the new stuff to get his money back, and we'll just rock this. So I'm gonna double check timing real quick and make sure this is good before I do all the valve lash. For the exhaust side, it's a 9, and it's a very loose 9. Right, 10 goes in easily. I wouldn't doubt if this is like a tight 11. So let me find 11 real quick. Oh wow, it's a loose 11. Let me check 12. Oh wow, 12 goes in as well. Oh boy. Okay, exhaust is a really tight 13 goes into both of it, and according to the interweb, it's a 9 and 7, and typically I double check with 7 to 8 and then 9 to 10. So slight drag on the intake side for 7. 8 should not be able to fit. All right, so it looks like we're gonna do a valve lash. All right, so we have a draggy 9 on both, and 10 does not go in. This side is supposed to be a 7, and oh, that's a draggy 7 right there. All right, looks like the intake side is good. 7 drags, 8 doesn't go. I think we're good on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate counterclockwise 90 degrees, and then we're gonna do cylinder 3, 90 degree, 4, 90 degree, 2. That's a big ass jump. 139, cylinder 4. $84. This one was 65 or 68 before, and it jumped up quite a bit. Still not in the hundreds, which is concerning, but it's got compression. This one jumped up quite a bit as well too. So number 4 and 2 just about the same. Cylinder 1 was 100. Let's see how much it jumps. Alrighty, 126. That is definitely a lot more than before. Just cylinder number 3 is concerning with the 80 instead of the 100s like the other ones, but that's enough compression to start. And at the end of the day, this is where we're at, and we got to make some move, right? Thank you, Critical, for this new compression tool. Definitely a lot easier than my old one. But this thing is ready to go back into the car. Let's get it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this tomorrow. Ah, goddamn. Huh. Here we go, guys. First startup. The car had a weird idle drop a second ago, but it's holding idle now. There's still no coolant in the cooling system, so the car is gonna idle high just a little bit. But so far, it sounds really good. Finally, the fan's on. Sheesh. All right, guys, so after every single swap, we always drive the car around the block, make sure everything's all good. D16Y8 engine replacement, that Facebook mystery engine. Go ahead and get this thing going. Oh my goodness, stock Exetti replacement, super soft. It is a brand new clutch, so it needs to be broken in, but definitely a jillion times softer than all the heavy clutches I drive in my cars. Ooh, like a charm. Okay, I want to make sure the clutch goes in. Oh, butter this transmission. Butter. Super butter. Oh my goodness. And I always forget this guy. Man, I can't see anything out of the windshield. Oh, it's got fluids. Let's go. But it doesn't have blades. Oh my goodness. You can do it. Let's go. Almost there. I think that's enough. Oh my god, power steering. Sheesh. This thing sounds like the input shaft bearing is going bad. Mind you, when I drained this transmission, there was only probably less than a quart that came out, and you guys saw the underneath of the transmission was super gunked up. I also didn't show you guys, but the 12mm bolt that's under the transmission is leaking oil. It's another silver EJ. One of the 12mm bolts under the transmission was leaking oil, and I cleaned it up really quickly, and I RTV'd the bottom of the transmission to prevent oil leakage. So the noise sounds like an input shaft bearing, what the little like grrr noise is doing. If you guys know the input shaft bearing noise, this car sounds like it's having an input shaft bearing issue. But other than that, I mean, dude, we're driving. We are driving. WeTech, baby, WeTech. I don't know where the VTEC on the Y8 is. The goal here, guys, was to get everything out of these two bins, and I'm not gonna lie, I do not know I don't know where this bracket came from. And with that, a 10 mil bolt, which I'm pretty sure it's for one of these brackets. Actually, this one is underneath the intake manifold where the original big black bracket is at. It was like riveted on and it popped off, but that's just for the harness. This guy, I don't know what it belongs to, but all of the other bolts are accounted for, and the car did have only 3 lug nuts on one side, so I made sure of it. We're missing one right there, but yeah, I think that is a successful swap. And literally the car is going back home with all that it came with, which was a long block, a box with a clutch, and a box of fluid. That's it. So this thing is ready to go home. So I just got off the phone with the owner of the car, and because he lives so far from me and he's got family things to do, the car is going to stay here another night and he'll pick it up tomorrow morning, but it is practically ready to go. Now, I did run it by him about the noise coming from the transmission, and he wasn't aware of it, but by the scenario of leaking transmission oil, not a lot of oil came out of it. It's possible that the input shaft bearing might have been starting to wear down, and we did do the new flywheel input bearing, shaft bearing. We also did the new release bearing. We did grease the snout like it says on the EJ8, you know, instructions, and we installed the clutch accordingly. And other than it making the slightest noise, the transmission is butter. The engine, you guys saw I was trying to accelerate. I don't know where VTEC kicks in, but anyways, the engine drives well, and there is no check engine light. Idles perfectly, and I didn't see if the AC works. He said the AC blows cold. I've never used AC to know what button to press. Just playing. Anyways, we're just about ready to wrap it up for this video. I did go to the PO box today, and there is a package that showed up. I don't know where it came from because it is an Amazon. All it says is SCK6 from Tracy, California, and I know Grant Line because we used to go fishing over there. But anyways, let's go ahead and cut this thing open and see what's inside. Remember to Ooh, that was close. First off, there's no note, but little tiny box right. This has to be from Brian. This has to be from Brian, because we were on Instagram live stream the other weekend, and I was talking about buying this for the new GoPro that was sent over from Nicholas, and he told me in the live stream, nah, don't buy it. And I thought, okay, don't buy it, maybe because he has one and maybe bad reviews. He goes, no, don't buy one because there might be one going to the PO box. So guys, we have a metal combo cage for the new Hero 13 that was sent in, and I definitely need this before I start using it because I don't want the new 13 to end up like the 9 that you guys are watching me on. This right here is a cage, full metal, so when I drop it, it doesn't touch the lenses. And I don't have the 13 here with me. It's in my room, nicely tucked away because, you know, me and my clumsiness, I'd probably break it while it's still in the GoPro case. But metal casing, this thing right here, I should have got it a long time ago for the 9, but you know. Oh wow, look at that, look at that, look at that. This thing is ready for my freaking clumsiness. We have the mount right there and a little Allen screw, which is, you know, right there for the durability of the mount itself. Dude, this thing is going to come in super clutch. If this was Brian, thank you, Brian. But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of the EJ8 content. I know it's just a stock motor swap, but it's an EJ8 nonetheless. This owner of this car has another EJ8 with a case swap that he wants to boost, and he wants me to do it. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around for the future of boosting a case swap EJ8, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.